Okay, welcome everybody to Gem Power. This is where we give you strategies, tips, okay, that you can use to be effective and successful going after the things that you're dreaming of. Now, one of the things that we've been doing for the last couple of weeks, and if you haven't been following week by week, please go back and watch the other videos. So what we're going to describe today, and the good trainer, a good friend of mine, Earl Lynch, will be going through, is based on things that we've been talking about in the previous weeks. So far we've talked about two areas: private victories, okay, and foundational principles. Now we're going to be talking about public victories, and obviously we're using principles from the book, okay, 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen Covey. Sold over 25 million books worldwide. So this guy knows what he's talking about, but Earl's going to break it down so you can put them into practice today so you can be effective. Now, Earl's obviously from the Kairos Experience, a global training company, working with the likes of Microsoft, Speedo, pharmaceutical companies, big names you probably even heard of, but multi-million pound turnover companies. So this guy is the top of the tree. So we're really, grateful to be working with him. So Earl, over to you.
Thank you again, Denzel. Thank you. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, covering the 7 Habits of Highly Effective People. A life-changing program. I've been working with this material since 1991, so I wouldn't be with it for such a long time if it weren't making a difference for me. So I want to share it with you. So today we're going to move from independence through to interdependence. These are the levels of maturity that we're working at now. People who are independent, striving for independence, we said on the last occasion, were like teenagers, who try and they've got little flashes of being independent, but sometimes they slip back to dependency. But now what we're looking at is how can you move from a me first focus, because that's what being
me first focus, okay,
to a we first focus.
Oh, that's powerful.
So if this was a family, these are the teenagers potentially. But this is the family working together as one unit. This is the team. This is your organization who are working synergistically with each other right across the business.
Fantastic.
So how do you get to this level and be effective? Well, the first thing is this: you cannot work at the interdependent level until you first experience independence.
Wow, okay.
This is where a group of independent people choose to work together.
Right, okay.
Not forced,
so this is the decision based.
They're choosing to do this. They're choosing to have a we first focus rather than a me first focus.
Wow, okay. Got it.
And the way in which we're going to get this journey from here to here, we're going to start first with habit number 4.
Habit number 4 of 7.
Habit number 4 is think win-win.
Right.
Now, just hear me out. What's the key word here?
Win.
Right.
Got that one.
Got that?
Yeah, I got that one.
Wrong.
Okay.
The key word is think.
Okay, now I feel
This is key. Because it's
you set me up right there, El. You set me up right there, man.
See, it's not unusual. Most people are scripted to think about winning. I mean, in all of life, you look at competitive sports, you look at any major aspect that we have in life, and it usually is around just going out and winning. And we're not even thinking win-lose, and we're certainly not thinking lose-win, and we often are not thinking win-win. But what we start with is an attitude, and we have to think this through, of win-win. It's not usual. If it were usual, everybody would be doing win-win. But here is where we're going to strike an action which is going to try and look for what's good in my life, because I don't want to lose, but I also want to find out what's good for you as well.
Okay.
Right? So it's an attitude. And in this attitude, we're looking for mutual benefit.
Okay, so both parties are benefiting from this arrangement.
And in order to do this, there are 2 paradigms at stake. Consideration.
Just so for anyone who hasn't listened to the previous video, paradigms, one of those words you won't hear in the playground. What does paradigm mean again?
Okay, paradigms are the way in which you see the world. Right.
So your
our paradigm, your mindset. Your paradigms, they could be right. They could be wrong. They could be partially right or partially wrong. But whatever it is you believe, it's really powerful.
Okay.
And we're going to describe this in the think win-win scenario. Let me show you this. Let me just give you another page. These are moving from some weeks ago. Here we go. So the win-win matrix basically encompasses two paradigms, and this is courage and consideration. So here I'm going to write consideration.
Yeah, so at the bottom is consideration.
And here consideration is high, here consideration is low. I'm going to give you something else on this scale here, and this is courage. So this is where courage is high.
Yeah.
You want to get a win for you, high courage.
Yeah.
This is where courage is low. I don't care whether I win or lose.
Yeah.
This is where consideration for the other party is low. Here is where the consideration for the other party
is high. I really care about
right?
that.
And this is what we call the win-win matrix.
Okay.
Now, imagine this. I'm in a situation where I really want to win. You want to win, right? You really
That's
want
me.
to
I'm
win.
in sales, man.
Right? So you want to win, but you've got low consideration for the guys this side.
Right.
So if you really want to win, but you're not really considering the other side, what are they going to be doing? They're going to
win-lose.
Yeah, it's a win-lose scenario. So you won, they lost.
Yeah.
Everybody see that?
Yeah.
Okay. Let's go the other end of the scale. Let's imagine this. You have great consideration for the people that you're in negotiations with, or the people that you're in a relationship with.
Yeah.
You're going to give them everything. You're going to really look after them, right? So if you look at that scenario, you're likely to lose.
And they win.
And they are going to win.
I don't like that principle.
Right, so these are the two opposites, right?
Yeah.
There are some circumstances where you will see actions where one party knows they're going to lose, and they don't care and consider the other party, they want to lose as well. To give an example, imagine a couple are going through a bitter divorce, and they're going to divide up the house, and the guy says, you know what, I'm going to sell the BMW for 50 quid.
Right.
Who
worth
wins?
20,000. Nobody
It's
wins.
worth 20,000, but just to get rid of it, I'm going to sell the BM for 50 quid.
So you lose, I lose.
I lose, you lose, everybody loses, right? And it comes from a very sorry place. It comes from a place where there's not a lot of self-esteem, and it's not a great win for anybody right there. But this paradigm does exist.
That's like almost like the worst scenario.
Worst scenario.
Right.
And what I also want you to recognize is this. If you play the win-lose game on a frequent and regular basis with the people you're interacting with, ultimately, long-term, what's going to happen? Where is that relationship going to end up? Yeah, and they're going to slide down here, and eventually you're both going to lose because they won't want to do business with you. Equally, if you keep giving away margin, giving away discount, negotiating away your profit, and you lose, and your competitors, or you're not your competitors, but the people you're in relationship, they keep winning, ultimately, that's going to end up over here as well.
Yeah, because you can think, well, why am I doing that? I'm not getting anything from it. They're getting all it. And they seem to be happy with that.
Absolutely.
Right, I got that.
So what Covey is advocating here is the healthiest place to be is in a win-win relationship.
Got it.
Where you have high courage to go for what you want, but high consideration of what the view of the other person is.
Yeah, I love that.
Now, these are not the only paradigms. There are a couple more. There is a deal which is up here. Sometimes we don't always get a win-win. So this is, you get a win-win or no deal.
So it doesn't work for everybody.
Some deals you'll find, or some negotiations where you're not going to win, and I don't want to lose, and I don't want to win, and you lose. So we'll say, you know what, Denzel, it doesn't look like we're going to make a deal on this occasion. Tell you what, my friend, let's pause it for the moment. Let's come back to this in maybe 2 weeks' time.
Got that.
And we say win-win for both of us or no deal. The difference here is we preserve the relationship.
So that's actually just as powerful as a win-win.
So we must never forget that.
Okay.
You see, if you play the win-lose game all the time, you could be said to be capitalizing on the situation.
Because that could be a weaker party.
Absolutely.
So you're negotiator, whatever.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
If it's the other way around, if you keep losing, and they keep winning, then we could be saying that we're only socializing.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah.
Socializing.
Nobody will benefit from it.
Nobody will benefit. There is this scenario here where if we go for a win-win, we are looking to maximize.
That relationship.
That's the one we really want.
Okay.
But we must never forget that there is also one relationship in the middle here. This middle area here.
It's interesting.
Which is known as compromise.
Ah.
Now watch this.
That sounds bad.
When you compromise, is it a win?
No.
Maybe.
I suppose long term you maybe give up something in the short term.
Yeah, but does it feel good?
It doesn't feel good, no.
So compromise is the lowest form of win-win.
Right.
It works, and we've got to recognize it exists, but it's the lowest form of win-win.
So like, you know, I get a deal, but not the deal I really wanted. So yeah, I got somewhat of a win, but I compromise my margin and I don't feel right.
There you go.
Okay,
what might have been more successful is, well, look, either we both win or no deal. Let's come back to the negotiating table.
Right, that's a level of maturity.
There you
go. Okay, I'm getting it. It's all tied together, Earl.
But you don't want this one here, lose-lose.
Yeah.
Because if you're losing and the other side is losing, you might as well just close your eyes. Just close your eyes, because it's a waste of time. Nobody's gaining here. There's no real benefit for either party.
Got it.
Now, there's one thing that Covey does that helps us also with understanding this arrangement. He calls it a win-win performance agreement. And the way I remember it is the Director General, DG, of the Royal Automobile Club. Sometimes, in order to clarify what we want out of a win-win deal, we want to first of all highlight the desired results. Denzel, I want this as a result from the negotiations that we're going through.
And I know we're talking business, but this could be in a relationship, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Like, you say, like, this is what I want from a relationship.
Yeah.
And otherwise, in a relationship, if you're feeling like it's a win-lose, you know, or you feel like you're compromising,
doesn't feel good.
That's real powerful.
The second thing Covey argues is, what are the guidelines that we're going to work towards? What are the rules? What are the conditions we're going to put in place? And if we are going to play with each other, are there any resources which are available? What are the resources that we're going to share? What am I going to put forward from my side? What are you going to put forward from your side? Then we can go one stage further. How often will we hold each other accountable? So in other words, how regularly are we going to meet? Are we going to talk about this, assess progress, assess what's working, what's not working, make certain changes so that we get this dead right? And we've got to also remember that if we are successful, that there will be consequences. Yeah. So what if we win? What if we manage to do it? What are the consequences? How will we celebrate?
Come on.
How much will you get? How much will I get?
Yeah.
What will it look like?
What does success look like?
And equally, if we don't do what we set out to do, what are the consequences that are negative?
Right, okay.
So this is what we call a win-win performance agreement.
Yeah.
So this just nails down how to do win-win. Not just what to do, but how to do it.
Win-win.
You consider your desired results, what are the guidelines, what are the resources you need, the accountabilities, and finally the consequences.
Love that.
So this is what we mean about thinking win-win.
Wow.
Thinking win-win.
Love that. And I think, you know, how good would the world be if everybody thought like that?
Well, it's a mindset. It's a mindset that's very powerful. It's very proactive. It means you're thinking about what is the win for both of us before you go into it.
Fantastic. Love that.
Then this is what Covey calls the roots, like tree roots.
Yeah.
If you've got this root, you're able to then take the route, the pathway, which is to seek first to understand, then to be understood.